Sri Ramakrishna, the path of a mystic. Even as a child, Ramakrishna had spiritual visions. He became a priest in the Kali temple near the Ganges in a suburb of Kolkata. He devoted himself with great zeal to the worship of the Saviour of the world, Mahavatarina, a title of Mahakali, and to his priestly duties. He sat weeping before the statue of the goddess, calling upon her for help and imploring her to show herself to him. He did not eat or sleep. In desperation, he tried to take his own life, and Kali revealed herself. He describes the situation as follows. I felt as if my heart was being wrung out like a wet towel. Restlessness overwhelmed me, and the fear that I would not be allowed to see her again in this life. I could no longer bear the separation. Life seemed to have become meaningless. Suddenly my eyes fell on the sword hanging in the temple of the Mother. As I jumped up like a madman to grab it, the Divine Mother suddenly revealed herself to me. All the buildings, the temple, and everything else disappeared from my sight without a trace, and instead I saw a boundless, infinite, radiant ocean of consciousness. As far as the eye could see, luminous waves came rushing in from all sides with a terrible roar to engulf me. I struggled for breath. The onslaught overwhelmed me, and I sank unconscious to the ground. I knew nothing of the external world, but within me flowed an uninterrupted, pure bliss, and I felt the presence of the Divine Mother. Hindu scholars, Pandits, then declared him to be a divine incarnation, but this had no meaning for him. Ramakrishna studied and practiced three major teachings of Hinduism: Tantrism, Vishnuism, and Vedanta. While studying Vedanta, he realized Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the state of non-duality, oneness, which is considered the highest divine state. After the study and spiritual experience of Hinduism, Ramakrishna wanted to grasp Islam and Christianity, and so he lived for some time like a Muslim and then like a Christian. In both cases, he realized the divine consciousness and understood the principle equality of religions that pursue the same goal with different paths. He says about this, I have practiced all the religions, customs, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, and I have also walked the path of the different sects of Hinduism. And I have found that it is the same God to whom they all aspire, though in different ways. You must walk these different paths and really try out each form of faith once. I see people everywhere fighting in the name of religion, Hindus, Muslims, Brahmas, Vishnuites, etc. But they do not consider that the one who is called Krishna is also called Shiva, and just as well he can be called primordial power, Jesus, or Allah, and just as well the one Rama with his 1,000 names. A pond with many bathing steps. On one the Hindus draw the water in jars and call it jal. On another the Muslims draw the water in leather hoses and call it Pani. On a third, the Christians, and call it water. Can we imagine that this water is not Jal but Pani or water? That would be ridiculous. The original source is one under different names, and everyone searches for the same original source. Only climate, disposition, and naming create the differences. His most famous disciple was Swami Vivekananda.